Need to replace the igniter on your Recteq Bullseye? Recteq calls it the igniter rod, and today we're swapping it for a brand new one. We'll walk it in clean technical diagrams to see the repair from angles that are hard to catch on camera. It's an involved job because the fire pot has to come out. About an hour with a screwdriver, a number 10 socket, and a 2.5mm Allen key. Let's get into it. Step 1. But first, power off, cord unplugged, and everything cool to the touch. Then, we can work. Open the lid and lift the cooking grate straight out. Under it sits the flame deflector. Lift that out too, and the fire pot is there at the bottom of the cone. Step 2. Vacuum the ash out. Get the fire pot itself and the whole floor of the cone. Recteq starts every repair on this grill this way, and there's a reason. Packed ash smothers the igniter, and that is often what killed it. Step 3. Go underneath the grill. A bottom grate covers the wiring held on by 11 screws. Take them all out. Lift the grate away. The bundle underneath feeds the auger, the blower fan, and the igniter. Before you touch a wire, take a picture of it with your phone. That photo is what you rebuild from. Step 4. Gently lay the grill over on its side so you can reach the bottom of the hopper. It weighs about 70 pounds empty, so get a second pair of hands and put something soft under the lid. Step 5. Cut every zip tie you can see and free the wires. Pull the cut pieces out as you go. A loose zip tie left inside can end up in a fan blade. Step 6. Disconnect the wires from the bundle, one at a time. Grip each connector by its plastic body. Recteq is blunt about this in their own video. Do not pull by the wires. A lead that tears out of its connector turns one repair into two. Step 7. Take the bottom half of the hopper off. 5 screws hold it on. Lift the half away and set it aside with its screws. That opens up the auger tube running into the fire pot. Step 8. Stand the grill back upright. The bolts holding the fire pot down come out from inside the cook chamber, and they take a number 10 socket. Back every one of them out and keep them together. You want all of them in your hand when the pot goes back. Step 9. The fire pot is still gripped by the auger tube. Free it with a firm tap in the direction away from the hopper. Away from the hopper every time, so you pull the pot off the tube instead of driving the tube into the pot. Step 10. Here's the trick that saves this whole job. Cut the old igniter's wire close to the fire pot and leave the rest of it lying where it is. Tape the cut end of the old wire to the end of the new one. Wrap it tight and keep the joint slim. Then pull the old wire out from the far end. It drags the new wire through the body along the same path. Last, the Molex connector goes on the end of the new wire. If your rod came with it fitted, you're already done. Step 11. At the bench, the old rod is held in the fire pot by bolts that take a 2.5mm Allen key. Back them off. Slide the old rod out and look at how it sat. The new one goes in the same way. Step 12. Slide the new rod in until its back end sits flush with the fire pot. Then, turn the rod so the grooves line up with the bolts. That is what the grooves are for. The bolt drops into the groove and holds the rod at the right depth. Snug the bolts onto the grooves. Firm is enough. Do not over-tighten them. Step 13. Tuck the igniter's wire into the air box, then set the fire pot back in place. A screwdriver through one hole helps you line the rest up. Get every bolt started before you tighten any of them. Tighten one first, and the last hole will never line up. Step 14. Everything goes back the way it came apart. The hopper's bottom half, then each wire back onto the color it came off. Recteq calls the igniter's pair the red and white bundle, and your photo settles the rest. Tuck the bundles onto the metal hooks inside, fit fresh zip ties, and screw the bottom grate back on. Then the deflector, then the grate. Now, let's make sure it's working. Plug the grill back in and turn it on. You should hear the blower come up and pellets start dropping into the fire pot. Then, watch the pot. Within about 10 minutes, you should see fire in it and smoke at the vents. Bring it up to temperature. It should climb to your setting and hold there through a cook. Pass all of these, and this repair is finished. 2 things worth knowing before you go. First, if you are not certain the igniter is the problem, Recteq gives you a test. Pull the grate and the deflector, start the grill, and watch the fire pot for 10 minutes. If the pellets are feeding and the blower is running and it still has not lit, the rod is your answer. And second, you can still cook while you wait for the part. Recteq's manual lights the fire pot by hand. Clean it out, add no more than half a cup of pellets, and light them with a solid fuel fire starter. Never gasoline, kerosene, or lighter fluid. One last thing, to make this new igniter last. Recteq says to clean the ash out of the fire pot every 3 to 5 uses. Ash is exactly what buried the last rod. 2 minutes with a shop vacuum every few cooks, and this repair will last for years. That's it. Everything we used is linked in the description below. If this video helped you out, please hit like and subscribe, and check out these other videos. Thanks for watching.